Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction, and good morning, everyone. Thank you again for coming together today for our annual prayer breakfast. I want to give a special thank you to the YMCA for hosting this outstanding fellowship opportunity each year. Thank you also to Frederick Jones Funeral Homes and Cremation Services for their sponsorship of this program. And Belgio's Catering for that delicious, fantastic breakfast. Let's hear it! Take a minute to look around at the people seated next to you. Each person has a story. It's very likely that they have a moment in their own history that changed their life for the better. I want to tell you a story about a little boy that I'll call George. And George grew up in Naperville with a mom and dad that loved him very much. George's parents worked hard to provide for George, his two sisters and his brother, and George's dad worked at a defense plant, and his mom worked the night shift at Kraler Manufacturing. They lived next to a farm on Plank Road, while overseas, World War II was raging. But George lived a good life here on the home front. Each week, a man by the name of John Fry would come to George's house to collect an insurance payment. John always took a few minutes to talk to George and his siblings because John also told George's mother that she needed to start bringing those children to church. And George's mom mentioned to John that they didn't have a reliable car to get them to and from town each week. So back then, a trip from Plank Road into Naperville downtown was a big effort. So John sent a man by the name of Clarence Good in his Model A car to take George and his family to the Church of the Brethren each week. George and his sisters Ruth and Grace went to Sunday school, they sang in the choir, and they made new friends. After that, George started going to the YMCA in Naperville downtown. The Y always had something for George and his new friends to do, like playing basketball or going bowling. It even gave them places to just sit and read or talk to each other. Around the time George was 10, the YMCA gave him a scholarship to attend Camp Duncan near Volo, Illinois. George had never gone to a summer camp before, and when George arrived at camp, he was able to mail his mother a edited letter that said, "I'm okay, I'm here, I made it safely." And all he had to do was sign his name. He also got to know his counselor, Ken Rupert, who was about 16 at that time. Ken encouraged George and became a positive role model during his week at camp. At camp, George tried his hand at archery and swimming in the pool. Like so many kids, he spent time singing songs around the campfire and eating delicious s'mores. By the end of the week, George had made several new friends. Most importantly, he learned that the world was a pretty big place and there was a lot that he could do in his lifetime. Going to camp changed George's life in many ways. He didn't know it, but someone had sponsored him to attend that camp and paid his way there. To this day, he doesn't know who that person was, but that one act positively changed George's life for good. Some of you have already guessed that that little boy named George I just told you about is really me. The YMCA has been an important part of my life since I was a little young boy. All of us kids needed a place to go where we were accepted, loved, and cared for. The Y's activities gave us something to do, but more importantly, they gave us a place to belong. As an adult, my relationship with the YMCA changed. Instead of using the YMCA services, I was referring to kids in Naperville who needed guidance and structure to the Y. As a police officer, we worked with the YMCA to create an after-school program for kids in neighborhoods that we knew had nowhere to go after school. I also always found time to help out with the Y's Christmas tree sale. What a great fun it was to help take trees out to the cars and give back to the organization that gave me so much. And today, the Crater YMCA is home to my weekly non-denominational prayer group that meets to pray for our leaders, both around the world and here at home. Partisan politics have no place in this group. We solely focus on our leaders as people and pray they will make wise decisions. I'd like to have the group stand that meets every Thursday morning, if you would, the prayer group. Let's give them a big hand. The YMCA has always given so much to the youth of Naperville. When you are a child, you look for role models. You look for that person, be it in your family or beyond, that will care about you, inspire you, and then give you an opportunity to grow into someone you never dreamed possible. You want someone to give you a chance. The YMCA does that. Think of Tom Myers, one of our Naperville's distinguished residents. Tom was encouraged to go to college in this area and got involved with the YMCA thanks to Stan Georgia, the YMCA director in Norwich, New York. Stan was truly a mentor to Tom. Tom now serves on the board of managers and the executive committee of the YMCA of Metropolitan Chicago. He also serves as a member of the board of directors of the YMCA of the Rockies in Colorado and as a member of the YMCA Naperville Advancement Council. That's only a fraction of what he does and how he gives back to children in this community and beyond. Stan probably isn't aware of how much of an influence he had, and he had in countless children because of the life of Tom. I bet John Fry never realized that he had a part and influence in the life of me. He was one of my mentors, and he gave me a chance to go beyond the farm and become who I am today. Looking back, maybe John was the person who sent me to summer camp. And you know, John's children are here today, and I'd like to just acknowledge them. They're at the front table. If you stand if you can, and if you're able, let's give them a big... He was always proud of his family, and we appreciate that. Every person, no matter what their background or circumstances in life, deserves a chance to become the best person they can be. My family and I have tried to live out that belief by opening our doors to foster children and sharing what we had, even if it wasn't the biggest or the best. Be it a meal or a fellowship, we knew that the smallest connection could ultimately have the biggest impact. The YMCA is the living embodiment of giving people chances. They have given our community's children a place to go, as well as a sense of safety. They also make sure that all children, adults, and families can enjoy the Y because of the Stronger Together annual campaign. Let's everyone participate in the WISE program by providing financial assistance to those in need. I am so proud of Naperville and the area communities for coming together to give money to this campaign and help keep the Y available to all, no matter what. Children who go to the YMCA know that there are people there who will watch over them and care about them. That sense of security can plant a seed in a child that will allow them to grow into a healthy, productive adult. Ultimately, I remember my life-changing summer camp experience as a time in my life when someone cared to invest in my future. Investing in the lives of our community's children is one of the best decisions we can make. I promise that you will see the biggest return on your investment ever. We all come from different backgrounds and different faiths. That rich tapestry of diversity helps us become better world citizens and can help deepen our own faith and beliefs by living in harmony with each other. But what I love about Naperville is that we use our differences for the greater good and to collectively push forward and this community. Our personal spiritual journeys come together on one path with a shared goal of creating a town where love, hope, and peace, all common elements of faith, are central. In this special holiday season and beyond, let's recommit to helping our youth grow up to be strong and productive members of society. Let's recommit to giving all families the tools, support, and resources they need to help change the world and support our youth. It doesn't take superhuman strength, unlimited funds, or thousands of hours. All it takes is your heart. Can you commit to that? It has been my privilege to be the mayor of this great city for almost 20 years, and it has been just as much a privilege to come together with all of you at this prayer breakfast. I smile when I think of what that little boy who went to summer camp all those years ago would think of our gathering today. Perhaps he would simply say to all of you, thanks for giving me a chance, and now what will you do for all the other kids like me who need a chance? Thank you for being here. Thank you for your dedication and love for our community. And on behalf of the entire Pradel family, I want to wish you and all of yours a very happy season and a healthy, happy, and prosperous New Year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank God for you being here. God bless America. God bless Naperville. God bless the YMCA. God bless each of you.